In today's video, we have a fantastic new army you could use in Legends. It's going to be the Clone Furnace with Meteor Golems. The army composition for this attack strategy, you have 5 healers, 4 Meteor Golems, 5 Furnaces, as well as 4 clone spells to take down any base. On the Barbarian King, you want Frosty, Spiky Ball and Snake Bracelet. On the Archer Queen, you want Sneezy, Action Figure and Giant Arrow. On the Grand Warden, you want Unicorn, Eternal Tome and Raid Gem. On the Royal Champion, you want Phoenix, Electro Boots and Rocket Spear. Link to this army will be down in the description. Let's jump right into the first attack of this video. Remember guys, like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications if you want more attack strategies like this. Blueprint is the place for you to be. So with this attack strategy, you want to start off with your Warden, as you can see over at the 3 o'clock side, and you want to get down your Furnaces directly behind the Warden. So with your Furnaces, your aim is to pick off as much value as you can. So potentially right here, we're aiming to go all the way in towards the Revenge Tower and the Clan Castle. Keep in mind, Furnaces have a 60-second lifespan, and your clone spells have around about 18 seconds when it comes to their lifespan as well. So you want to clone your Furnaces and get the Firemites all the way in towards the Revenge Tower and that Clan Castle building to get maximum damage. As you can see right here, this attacker is doing just that, manages to clone those Firemites right there, and they're going to clone all the way over towards this Revenge Tower, managing to take it out, which is absolutely key, because if you can't get the Clan Castle, at least at bare minimum you want the Revenge Tower because it hits so much. But now you can see that whole 3 o'clock section of the base is taken down. You use the Meteor Golem with the Royal Champion to pull the Warden, and you want to use your King and Queen together. Of course the Queen has the Giant Arrow, so she's going to shoot across the base. Then the King to work the outside to funnel your Meteor Golems into the base right here. We're going into a high damage area with the long shot, the RC, the Minion Prince, the King. So we use that Warden ability right there. Pop also the Royal Champion, so we can power through these heroes, the Town Hall, the Guardian, and of course get through that Poison Tower very, very quickly. Now we have got this Fire Spitter that is going to be shooting down at our troops. Unfortunately, the Royal Champion does get targeted, but the Phoenix will keep that Royal Champion and bring it back to life, will allow us to take down the Monolith almost with that Royal Champion, which is absolutely perfect. With the Fox, it wouldn't have really helped too much because the RC would have been dead, wouldn't have been able to come back alive. And now you can see the troops, they're pushing around the base, they're getting all the way in towards the back end right here. The King and the Queen still working the outside, Meteor Golems, and you've got Yetis right there inside of that troop launcher as well that are going to be helping clear up the back end. The Warden staying alive, which is absolutely perfect. Healers keeping everything nice and healthy, and there's not a lot left on this base. We have a full health Queen, we have a few Meteor Golems, the Yeti is still alive right there that are going to be able to pick off a lot of these defenses, and from here it's going to be a 3-star. So if you want to try this attack strategy in Legends, go ahead. It will take a little bit of practice, but as you can see, this is absolutely smashed. The base is crushed, and this is a triple. We got a few more to show you guys, so stay tuned. So let's jump right into the second attack of the video. As you can see right here, the Revenge Tower and the Clan Castle are dead center in the base. So we're going to start our Warden over at the 3 o'clock side right here, because we can get a lot of value when it comes with the Furnaces and the clones on this side of the base. We can get a Monolith, we can get a Fire Spear, we can get an Export, a Scatter, and getting towards that Revenge Tower and that Clan Castle area, which is going to be absolutely perfect. Now the main reason we dropped the Warden with those Furnaces is because of the Rage gem right there. It allows the Furnaces to move a little bit quicker, hit a bit harder, you know, and get the job done, which is absolutely perfect. Now we see that the Warden's taking a bit of damage, so we're going to start using our clones over the Monolith all the way into the Revenge Tower. We're going to use the Rage spell right here so that we can get damage on the Revenge Tower as well as that Clan Castle, which is going to be very, very important, because you want to take down the Revenge Tower, you want to take down that CC. Of course, on this occasion of the base, we didn't manage to take down the Revenge Tower with the Firemites, but the Giant Arrow from the Queen from that 6 o'clock side managed to take down the CC as well as the Revenge Tower. That's why we have the Giant Arrow, because if we leave those two buildings up with a little bit of HP, Giant Arrow through the base right there can take them both down. That's exactly what we did. So we end up pulling the Warden right here as well, which is absolutely perfect right here. We managed to use that troop launcher which has got those Yetis in it, of course. Warden ability right here, Eternal Torment, Rage Gem, keeping the RC alive for as long as possible. Still have that King ability, Queen working behind the King, of course. No ability because of the Giant Arrow usage very early on in the base as well. The Giant is going to be helping tanking for the troops, which is absolutely perfect. And now, as you can see, it's the troops that are going to go around the base. The King and the Queen are going to clear up the outside, and it's the same concept over and over again. You want to take out one section of the base, try to get the CC and the Revenge Tower, whereas your troops, they wrap around everything, and the King and the Queen keep them nice, narrow, tight, and compact on the inside of the base, so that your troops can do as much damage as humanly possible. Now you can see right here, the King is still relatively healthy, the Queen is ideally full health. The Yetis and the Yetimites are assisting in taking down those defenses. The Meteor Golems, of course, so strong in Legends right here, and they're gonna get the job done again. Of course, this attack is just a little bit closer, but having a near full health Queen with that King and the Meteor Golems, with the healers still healing all these troops, it's another 3-star, and this attack strategy is so strong. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we go, the third attack of this video. Again, we're looking at this base. It is an invis tower, so we want to be a little bit careful. But we get the Warden down over at the 6 o'clock side of the base. We have the furnaces in behind. Of course, the Rage Vial is gonna, the Rage Gem is gonna help so much in powering through. The Bomb Hive could be a little bit annoying right there, but we are dropping these furnaces and the Warden in between the section where the Bomb Hive cannot hit us. The clone spells coming on in right here. Remember, clone spells lasting 18 seconds, the furnace lasting 1 minute right there. We rage up, we're trying to get these cloned furnaces or the cloned Firemites in towards that Revenge Tower to take it down, and with that rage spell, that's exactly what is going to be happening, which is absolutely wonderful because of the fire damage that it does do in the long run. Like, it's not going to hit and then do nothing, it's going to have that burn effect, which is absolutely perfect. Now here comes the Royal Champion. Queen shoots that Giant Arrow across the base right, they're activating that Invis Tower, which is key. The King comes down to tank for the Queen. The Golems, well, the Meteor Golems and those, the Warden is going to be pushing on through the base. We have got a totem to negate any damage that, like, so if you're going into a high damage area early on, the totem spell can go absolutely perfectly, negating that damage off your troops, soaking it all up so that your troops stay nice and healthy in the early aspect of the base, so that we can use our Eternal Tome a little bit later on to kind of push through everything and get the job done right here. Our Royal Champion stuck on the clan castle, but again, it's not a problem whatsoever because there's not realistically a lot of base remaining. We still have that Queen that's relatively full HP, the Warden that's staying alive. The longer the Warden stays alive, the better, because it's going to allow your troops to do so much more damage. And of course, when it comes to this clone usage and the furnaces, you don't want to panic. You know, take your time, look at the base, try to get the best Firemite value, and of course you want to target the Revenge Tower and you want to target a CC. If you cannot get both of them and you have to choose between one, either the Clan Castle or the Revenge Tower, you want to always go for the Revenge Tower because the damage output of it is absolutely crazy. And as you can see right here, again, like, there's not that much base remaining. We still have 2-3 Meteor Golems still alive, the Yeti from the troop launcher. Queen is at full HP, of course, and the Sneezy is going to be helping out with that Queen. The action figure or the Giant still working his absolute magic right there from the beginning. We're going to speed this one up, and as you can see, it's another 3-star. So if you use this strategy, practice it a little bit in FCs, and then you'll be able to smash any base in Legends with it. Okay, this is going to be the last attack of the video. Now you can see the Revenge Tower is in the middle of the base, the Monolith. We have a Rage Tower over at the 6 o'clock side as well. So we deploy our Warden at the 6 o'clock side. We also get those furnaces down behind this Warden because we want to push them through to try and get as much damage as we can to pick up this high damage compartment right here, as well as try to push in forward in towards that Revenge Tower, which is something that's going to be very important, and it's key. We can potentially get the Clan Castle on this one, but again, if we don't, we want to guarantee that we get this Revenge Tower, as it's going to be so important. The Warden right here is taking a little bit of damage, but thankfully, because of those Firemites, They're going to tank for the Archer Tower just a little bit, gives the Warden enough time to take down the multi-gear tower right there, so that the Furnaces and the Firemites can push forward. The Clones leading directly towards the Revenge Tower, the Rage spell over that Revenge Tower, so we can do maximum damage right here. We take down that Revenge Tower, we clear the whole 6 o'clock compartment, which is absolutely amazing. We don't unfortunately get the Clan Castle, but we make sure that we do get that Revenge Tower, because that's going to be the key. If in doubt, just go for the Revenge Tower. Try to get a little bit more value on the way, but that Revenge Tower with the funnel is what's going to be ideal. Meteor Golems again coming in to pull this Warden in towards the main army push. King and Queen on the outside right there to take care of all of those trash buildings, as well as any outlaying defenses. Royal Champion did get targeted a little bit early, but it wasn't the end of the world right there. We have got the CC that we need to deal with, but it's going to be fine. Still have that Warden ability, Totem spell tanking right there. We see that the Fire Spit is going to do damage to all of our troops right here. So we pop that Warden ability. That's absolutely key. You need to know when to time this Warden ability, and it's going to be when your troops are under the most damage, so that they're immune to any damage and the healers can heal them up and they're ready to go once that Eternal Tome wears off. Of course, the Royal Champion, the Queen are working in unison since the King did unfortunately go down. But again, the Meteor Golems are pushing on through. The Royal Champion still has that Phoenix on her, so she's going to be able to do so much more damage. There's not really any more defenses left other than the Rico Cannon, the multi-arch tower that's remaining, but the Royal Champion's going to be able to deal with that when it comes to the Phoenix right there, and that's a fantastic triple. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe. We'll catch you in the next one.